morning, students. In the last lecture, we have learned the chapter units and measurement, and in this chapter, we have learned the system of units. This system of units are classified into four types. The first one is MPS units, second one is CGS unit, third one is FPS unit, and fourth one is SI unit. We know that MPS unit is also called as meter, kilogram, and second. Similarly, CGS unit stands for centimeter, gram, and second. Similarly, FPS stands for foot, pound, and second. And final one, SI unit stands for System of International Unit, or it is also called as International Standard or International System of Units, which is SI unit. Also, in the last lecture, we have learned about what is fundamental quantities and what is derived quantities. So, we know that fundamental quantities are those quantities which does not depends on any other quantities for their measurements. Fundamental quantities are those quantities which does not depends on any other physical quantities for their measurement. And on these fundamental quantities, we have learned about what is fundamental units also. We have learned that what are fundamental units. And in the last lecture, we have learned what are fundamental units. That are 7 fundamental units. First one is length, second one is mass, third one is time, fourth one is temperature, fifth one is electric current, sixth one is amount of substance, sixth one is amount of substance, and seventh one is luminous intensity. Seventh one is luminous intensity. So these are the 7 fundamental quantities. These are the fundamental physical quantities: length, mass, time, temperature, electric current, amount of substance, and luminous intensity. These are the basic fundamental quantities. These are the 7 fundamental basic quantities. Similarly, we have learned its fundamental units also. For example, SI unit of length is meter, SI unit of mass is kilogram, SI unit of time is second, SI unit of temperature is Kelvin, SI unit of electric current is ampere, and amount of substance is denoted by mole, and SI unit of luminous intensity is candela. So these are the fundamental units. There are 7 fundamental quantities and there are 7 fundamental units also: meter, kg, second, Kelvin, ampere, mole, and candela. Now today we are going to learn what are derived quantities. Now we will learn derived quantities. So now derived quantities. So derived physical quantities are those quantities which depends on fundamental quantities for their measurement. What I have said, derived quantities are those physical quantities which depends for their measurement on fundamental quantities. ये fundamental quantities पे depend होता है, एक या दो और दो से ज़्यादा, एक किंवा दोन पेक्षा जास्त fundamental quantities यूज करून derived quantities बनवल्या जातो. फॉर एक्झाम्पल, velocity. For example, velocity. Second, I will take acceleration. Third, I will take volume. For fourth, we will take density. So these are and so many. There are so many derived quantities. Force, etc., etc. So all these are called as derived quantities: velocity, acceleration, volume, density, force, all, and many so on physical fundamental quantities. For we have taken the example of force. Now let us take as an example force. To understand the concept of derived quantities, we have taken one example for of derived quantities, which is force. Now, what is force? Force is nothing but mass into acceleration due to gravity. Force is defined as product of mass and acceleration due to gravity. So now we have taken mass. This is a fundamental quantity. This is a fundamental quantity. Now this is the acceleration. Acceleration is again a derived quantity. We have taken here an example. Now what is acceleration? We know that acceleration is nothing but rate of change of displacement with respect to time. Rate of change of displacement with respect to time is called as, or rate of change of distance with respect to time. So here displacement or distance with respect to time. Again, distance is nothing but a length. So this is mass, this is distance is nothing but a length, and this is time. So if now we will consider the formula of a force, which is nothing but mass into length upon time. So here mass is a fundamental quantity, length is also fundamental quantity, and time is also a fundamental quantity. So now from this example we have concluded that the derived units or derived physical quantities are depends on fundamental, more than one or two fundamental quantities. Taking the consideration of fundamental quantities, we can derive the derived quantities. So we can derive formula of this derived quantities. Now we know that force is nothing but mass into acceleration due to gravity. We will derive this formula also, SI unit also. The SI unit of mass is kg. SI unit of mass is kg, and SI unit of acceleration due to gravity is nothing but meter per second square. The SI unit of acceleration due to gravity is meter per second square. So SI unit of force is kg meter per second square, and kg meter per second square is nothing but called as Newton. So Newton is nothing but kg meter per second square. Always remember guys, this is very important. Newton means kg meter per second square. So this is the SI unit of Newton. This is the SI unit of force, which is called as Newton, and which is denoted by capital letters N. The SI unit Newton is denoted by capital letter N. Don't denote Newton by small letter n. Always denote the SI unit of force, which is Newton, with capital letter only. So now we will take another example of derived quantities. So we will take the example of volume. We know that volume, we have learned in 8th, 9th, 10th class also. What is volume? Volume is nothing but length cube. Volume is nothing but length cube. Simply I have write L cube. So this is nothing but length into length into length. So if we have looked at this volume, it is length into length into length. So we have concluded that directly that length is of fundamental quantities and here we have taken three fundamental quantities, length. So therefore this is nothing but a derived quantity because it depends on fundamental quantities, more than one or two. We have taken three fundamental quantities. So therefore its SI unit will derive as SI unit of volume is given by. Now we look at what is the SI unit of length. It is a meter. Okay. Now another SI unit of length is meter, and SI unit of length is again meter. So therefore it is given as meter cube. So therefore SI unit of volume is meter cube. So this is the SI unit of volume. So guys, always remember SI unit is very important when you have given any physical quantities. Its SI unit is always denoted. So therefore SI unit of volume is denoted as a meter cube. So this was the another example of derived physical quantity. Now we will take another example for your understanding. Now we will take density. So guys, now we have taken another example to understand the concept of derived quantities, which is I have taken density. Now in 9th or 10th standard we have learned what is density. So density is nothing but mass upon volume. Mass upon volume. Now already we have taken what is volume. Volume is nothing but length into length. Got it? Volume is nothing but length into length. Length cube is nothing but a volume. Now look at this formula of density. Density is nothing but mass upon length. So if you have seen along the formula of density, we have seen that it depends on four fundamental quantities. The density is dependent on four fundamental quantities. First one is mass and three are length. So therefore this is another derived physical quantities because it depends on fundamental quantities for their derivation. Now we can derive its formula also. We can derive its SI unit also. So SI unit of density is, what is the SI unit of mass? It is a kg. And what is? This is length. Unit of length is meter. Again length meter and again meter. So this SI unit is nothing but kg per meter cube. So therefore SI unit of density is kg per meter cube. The SI unit of density is kg per meter cube. So this is another example of derived physical quantity to understand the concept behind derived quantity. Now for better understanding, we will take a last and final example for derived physical quantity. Now we will take velocity. We will take an example, velocity. So now what is velocity? Rate of change of displacement with respect to time t. Rate of change of displacement with respect to time. So rate of change of displacement is given by, displacement is nothing but a distance. Displacement is nothing but a distance, and distance we know that it is a length. So for further information, for your kind information, I have taken as a displacement as a length, and this is the time. So we know that the displacement or length, its SI unit is meter, and SI unit of time is second. So SI unit of velocity is meter per second. So if you look at the formula of velocity, it depends on two fundamental quantities, which is length and time. So therefore velocity is a derived quantity because it depends on two or more than two fundamental physical quantities for their measurement. So guys, this is nothing but a fundamental quantities and derived quantities. Always remember fundamental physical quantities are those physical quantities which does not depend on any other physical quantities for their measurement, and derived physical quantities are those physical quantities which depends on two or more than two for fundamental physical quantities for their measurement. So guys, there are a lot of examples. There are a lot of example we can take for the understanding of derived quantities. For further example, you can try at your home. If you doesn't get it, then comment in my box so that I have get the answer of this derived quantities. I'll solve the problem. Now we will move towards the next portion, which is very important. That is dimensional analysis. This is a very important topic of this chapter. Dimensional analysis. This is a very important topic of this chapter. Units and measurement. If you doesn't get how to find out the dimensional analysis of given physical quantities, then it is very difficult for you to understand the concept what is the dimensional analysis. Now the dimensional analysis are taken with symbol L, N and T. Dimensional analysis, for learning dimensional analysis, you have to remember L, N and T, where L stands for length, and M stands for mass. M stands for mass and T stands for time. These dimensional analysis are taken with the 10 raised to the power 10. Now, for example, if I have to find the dimensional analysis of any fundamental quantity, now we will take seven fundamental quantities, which is first one is length, second one is mass, third one is time. Now we will take dimensional analysis of three fundamental quantities. First one is length, second one is mass, and third one is time. Now we have to find out the dimension of length. So now guys, listen here. We are going to find guys, now we are going to find the dimensional analysis of length. For finding dimensional analysis, it is very important for us to know what are the SI unit of that particular quantity. So SI unit of length is meter. SI unit of length is meter. Now we are going to find dimension length. We have to take the square bracket, write as N, then capital L, then capital T, close the bracket. M stands for mass, L stands for length, and T stands for time. Now, this capital M stands for mass. The SI unit of mass is kg. And if we see that in case of length, kg is absent here. SI unit आहे मीटर. इथं जर तुम्ही बघितलं तर kg absent आहे. kg absent आहे म्हणून काय करायचं? m म्हणजे मास, मासचे युनिट kg absent असल्यामुळे इथं त्याच्या पॉवर मध्ये घ्यायचं 0. त्याच्या पॉवर मध्ये काय घ्यायचं? 0. Now we have taken the second term, which is capital L, and we know that capital L stands for length, and SI unit of length is meter, and here meter is present. Here meter is present. आता इथं मीटर जरी प्रेझेंट असेल, लेंथचे SI unit मीटर आणि इथं 1 नाही आहे, 2 नाही आहे, 3 नाही आहे, 4 नाही आहे. आता पावर मध्ये काही नहीं है, पावर में कुछ भी नहीं है, इसका मतलब 1 प्रेजेंट है. इसका मतलब क्या प्रेजेंट है? 1. सो written in power of capital L as a 1. Now we will move toward the next term, which is capital T, and capital T stands for time, and SI unit of time is second. And if you look the SI unit of a length, only meter is present, second is absent. Second is absent, and when the term is absent, we know that what we have to do, simply write 0 in that power. So therefore dimension of length is m to the power 0, l to the power 1, t to the power 0. This is the dimensional analysis of length. Now we will take up another example, which is mass. And we know that SI unit of mass is kg. SI unit of mass is kg. Now we have to find out the dimension of mass here. So take the square bracket, write down capital M, and capital T. So here M stands for mass, and SI unit of mass is kg, and kg is present in mass. If there is no power term, then we have to take 1. यहाँ पे पावर में ना 1 है, ना 2 है, ना 3 है, इसका मतलब इसकी पावर में 1 है, तो हम यहाँ पे 1 लेंगे. Now L stands for length, and SI unit of length is meter. And if we look around the SI unit of a mass, meter is absent. Meter is absent. So therefore we will take 0, because meter is absent in this case. Now move towards the next term, which is capital T, and we know that capital T stands for time, and SI unit of time is second. And if you look around the formula of again mass, SI unit is kg. Here second is absent, so therefore we can write 0, because second is absent in this case. So this is a dimension of a mass, m to the power 1, l to the power 0, and t to the power 0. This is the dimension of mass. Now we will take up the third fundamental quantity, which is time, and we know that SI unit of time is second. SI unit of time is second. Now we have to find out the dimension of time. So we have to take a square bracket, write capital L, and capital T, and close the bracket. Now again, you know that this and capital M stands for mass, and SI unit of mass is kg. And if we look around the SI unit of time, kg is absent. When the term is absent, then write on the power 0. Now second term is capital L. And what is the SI unit of length? It is a meter. And if we look around the SI unit of a time, again meter is absent. So we know that when the term is absent, take in the power of 0. And capital T finally stands for time in second, and SI unit of time is also second. And if we look for a second, power is absent, 1, 2, 3, 4. It means that it has a power of 1. So therefore the dimension of time is m to the power 0, l to the power 0, t to the power 1. So these are the ways for finding the dimensional analysis of fundamental or derived quantities. So guys, for today's we will wind up here. Tomorrow we will learn many much derived quantities and its dimension analysis, how to find dimension analysis of so many derived quantities. So we will take fundamental quantities also. So today we will stop here. Thank you very much.